Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. RHOC Bravo torn on firing Alexis Bellino. Bravo is allegedly torn on whether or not to fire Alexis Bellino from RHOC after her first season back in a decade. She was a full-time housewife from seasons 5 through 8 and then was gone. Alexis returned for season 18, which was a controversial decision, and now the network does not know what is next. Keep reading to see what will affect their decision. When it came out that Alexis Bellino was dating RHOC star Shannon Beater's ex-boyfriend, John Jansen, it was a big shock. How and why did this happen? More so, Alexis had reconciled with her former OC co-star, Tamra Judge, who was now at odds with Shannon. Finally, Shannon was coming off of a DUI arrest for a hit and run, so there was a lot to unpack in these relationships. It was soon announced that Alexis would return to the hit Bravo reality series for season 18 as a friend. She had appeared on the show for 4 seasons but left after season 8. This was very controversial because she and Shannon would come face to face. Some fans thought it was a cruel move by Bravo to kick Shannon when she was already down. Ultimately, Alexis spent most of the season defending John Jansen, aka Johnny J. She then shared he had footage of Shannon nearly running over his daughter. It felt like a blackmail attempt, which infuriated viewers, and fans wanted her gone. Recently, Alexis Bellino and John Jansen were at an Us Weekly event where they explained they were tired of being the villains. Furthermore, Alexis said the season was over and she was done. Her focus was on the wedding now that she and John are engaged, so it looked like she was leaving RHOC. However, no decisions have been made, and according to Monsters and critics, Bravo is weighing its options. Per an insider, Bravo is so happy with how this season turned out, and they know that adding Alexis is a big part of what made it such a success. Unfortunately, filming between Shannon and Alexis likely won't go over well. They don't want to film with each other, and the audience hates Alexis so much that Bravo may have no choice but to let her go unless something changes. Recently, Teddy Mellencamp and Erica Jane did a recap of RHOC on Two Teas in a Pod. That is Teddy and Tamra Judge's podcast, but the latter sits it out during OC season for obvious reasons. In the comments section from a clip, Alexis noted that her whole side was not shown. Fans did not care and went right in on her. For the sake of RHOC, please let Alexis exit stage left. She has no purpose or storyline besides John and Shannon's breakup. Alexis_Bellino, if you have to talk this much, it's your issue. Go away. No one likes you, mean girl. Do us a favor and go away. You are the worst return housewife ever. We are so sick of you and John. The insider did note people want Alexis to return because she is allegedly quite easy to work with. However, is that enough for her to stick around for another season? More so, would she want to if she and John constantly get slammed every week? RHOC Bravo torn on firing Alexis Bellino. A deep dive into the drama. As Bravo continues to reign supreme in the world of reality television, few shows have enjoyed the same cultural impact as The Real Housewives of Orange County, RHOC. Since its inception in 2006, the series has captivated audiences with its fierce personalities, unfiltered drama, and jaw-dropping storylines. Among the show's various cast members over the years, one name that continues to spark debate is Alexis Bellino. Known for her glamorous lifestyle, religious faith, and controversial moments, Bellino's departure from the show and the subsequent decision to let her go has sparked a whirlwind of speculation and emotional debates. The rise and fall of Alexis Bellino. Alexis Bellino first joined RHOC in its 5th season, bringing with her a new level of luxury and a distinct air of perfection that was sometimes both admired and criticized. A mother of 3, Bellino portrayed herself as a devout Christian, living an enviable life with her husband Jim Bellino. Viewers were immediately intrigued by her high-end lifestyle and commitment to her family values, which set her apart from some of her more outspoken co-stars. However, it didn't take long before Alexis became a polarizing figure on the show. While her picture-perfect image initially seemed appealing, some viewers and fellow cast members questioned her authenticity. Alexis often found herself at odds with the more seasoned housewives, particularly Vicky Gunvalson and Tamra Judge, who felt that her sanctimonious demeanor was out of place with the more candid and often brash personalities of the group. This tension boiled over in Season 6, when the infamous Jesus Jugs comment made by Tamra Judge about Alexis' cleavage became one of RHOC's most talked about moments. Alexis' place on the show seemed uncertain, as she struggled to fit into the show's volatile dynamic. In subsequent seasons, Alexis continued to clash with the other women, often being portrayed as out of touch with the group's drama or too focused on presenting her perfect life. Her issues with other cast members, coupled with her attempts to defend her reputation, set the stage for an eventual exit. Alexis announced her departure from RHOC after Season 8, citing her desire to focus on her family and move forward from the drama that had plagued her tenure on the show. Bravo's dilemma: should Alexis be fired? Fast forward to recent years, and fans of RHOC have been debating whether Alexis Bellino's departure was justified or a missed opportunity. As Bravo weighs its options for new casting and potential storylines, there are plenty of reasons why the network might hesitate to bring Bellino back, despite her undeniable impact on the franchise. The pros of Alexis Bellino returning: the return of a fan-favorite villain. For some fans, Alexis Bellino was an essential part of RHOC's early years, and her drama-filled storyline is sorely missed. As viewers have witnessed, RHOC thrives when there's tension among the cast members. Alexis' contentious relationships with women like Vicky and Tamra brought a level of intensity that many fans are nostalgic for. A return of Alexis would likely reignite the kind of passionate disputes and explosive confrontations that made RHOC a staple in the reality TV world. Potential redemption arc: Alexis has gone through significant personal growth since her departure from RHOC. She has divorced her first husband, Jim Bellino, and entered a new relationship with Andy Bone, which could be fertile ground for an interesting redemption arc. Her evolution as a mother, businesswoman, and now more mature woman could bring a fresh perspective to the show, appealing to both old fans and new viewers. Strong, but not overbearing presence: Alexis is not the type of housewife to engage in the constant in-your-face drama like some of her fellow cast members. This balance could help bring a sense of stability to the show, especially if the current cast finds itself leaning too heavily into negativity. Alexis could offer the show an opportunity to explore deeper issues, such as the intersection of faith, family, and personal growth, all while still staying true to the fun and glamour that RHOC fans crave. The cons of Alexis Bellino returning: the show's changing dynamics. RHOC has shifted over the years from a show about luxurious lifestyles to one that increasingly focuses on the complexities of relationships, personal growth, and emotional vulnerability. Alexis, while a fascinating character in her own right, may not fit seamlessly into this newer, more nuanced format. Her perfect persona, which once set her apart, may now come off as dated and out of touch with the current climate of the show. Tension with the cast: one of the biggest obstacles to Alexis' return would be the potential friction with the current cast. The last time Alexis appeared on the show, she found herself at odds with many of her fellow housewives, including Shannon Beador and Heather Dubrow. With the current crop of RHOC stars being fiercely protective of their status and storyline, it's unclear if Alexis could be welcomed back without reigniting old feuds. Furthermore, some fans believe that her return could alienate viewers who feel she doesn't bring the same level of authenticity to the table as the other women. The focus on family life: since her departure, Alexis has become more focused on her family and her personal life. While this might seem admirable, it doesn't necessarily align with the often messy, high-octane nature of reality television. RHOC has evolved into a show where the women's personal lives often intertwine with the drama of the show. Alexis may struggle to keep up with the fast-paced, often chaotic environment that RHOC is now known for, leaving her feeling out of place. Conclusion: a risk worth taking. As Bravo continues to develop its ever-expanding universe of Real Housewives franchises, the question of Alexis Bellino's return remains a point of contention. While she undeniably brought an essential spark to RHOC during her time on the show, there's no guarantee that she would be able to replicate that magic after all these years. With her history of feuds, her evolving personal life, and her sometimes divisive persona, Bravo is undoubtedly torn about whether she should re-enter the fold. Ultimately, whether or not Alexis Bellino returns to RHOC hinges on what the network feels the show needs to move forward. Will they take the risk of bringing back a polarizing but familiar face, or will they continue to evolve the cast with newer, fresher personalities? One thing is for sure.